But let's get down to how Quicksilver actually liquefies those staked assets. Maybe you can take the example of Atom. I think Atom is also probably going to be one of the first assets, I guess, that will be able to that we can liquefy through Quicksilver. So how does that work? I think you already teased earlier that we don't have to unbond our Atom. We can just do it right away without having to like wait 3 weeks with no staking rewards. So explain a little bit from a user perspective how that works, and what's the process behind the scenes when we liquefy our atoms.
Cool. So yeah, so first of all, you mentioned the liquidity staking module. So that's a Cosmos SDK module that has been produced by Zaki and the team at Occlusion. And what this allows users to do is to tokenize their existing delegations. So instead of having your 100 atoms delegated to this validator, you end up with a token in your wallet that says 100 and then the validator's valopera address, and then some index on the end. But essentially a token that is specific to you and that validator, that you are then able to then transfer to another account, or you move it across chains or whatever you want to do with it. Those tokens still remain bonded to that validator, but you're able to move it to transfer that delegation. Now, what that allows us to do is if you transfer that delegation to the Quicksilver deposit account, and this account is an interchain account controlled account. So this is two transactions, or two messages, one transaction that you need to send using your ledger on the Cosmos chain. Then essentially what happens is the Quicksilver zone witnesses that transaction hitting the deposit account. It will mint you the requisite number of Q atoms. So obviously if the redemption rate is 1-to-1, you'll get 100 Q atoms back. The redemption rate becomes clearer later on when we talk about auto compounding of rewards. But essentially you will receive the Q atom amount of that represents your atoms. Now those Q atoms are your claim to those atoms. So if you gamble them away, if you lose them, if you send them to somebody else, you lose your claim to those original atoms and to the rewards that they earn. But when it comes back, now once you've done your DeFi thing, you've taken them off, you've used them in whatever protocol you want to, you bring them back to the Quicksilver zone, you burn them. So there's a special transaction type to redeem those tokens. And what that will do is that will cause the Quicksilver zone via interchain accounts to then retokenize your delegation and send it back to you. So you get back the same tokens that you had sent, the same delegated tokens you sent us in the first place. So we don't have to care about unbonding periods because if you want those tokens to be liquid, you still have to unbond them on the Cosmos Hub. Obviously, if you choose to take those Q atoms off and sell them on a secondary market for liquid atoms, there'll be some secondary market there, some price discovery around what is a Q atom worth. That's going to change over time, as I mentioned. Auto compounding of rewards. So if you shortly after onboarding Cosmos Hub onto Quicksilver, if you send us 100 atoms, or send 100 atoms to the send them to me, that's fine. If you send 100 atoms to the Quicksilver deposit account, then you obviously will get 100 Q atoms. Now, any rewards earned on those 100 atoms over time, when you come to burn your Q atoms to redeem your atoms, you will get back the original atoms plus the rewards earned on those. So essentially that auto compounding happens in the background. It happens on an epoch basis. So there's a 3-day epoch. And at the end of that epoch, all the rewards get withdrawn and they get distributed to the distributed into the pool, and this redemption rate is then increased by the appropriate rate.
What is the epoch time again?
3 days.
3 days. Okay, so every 3 days it will update the kind of like simulated or actual rewards.
Yeah, it will collect the rewards on the Atom chain via interchain accounts, and then rebond them again.
Yeah.